Wemby can't be the face of the NBA because this is our sport. Luka can't be the face. Giannis can't be the face. Shea can't be the face. And John, Jason Tatum, like we got, you know what I'm saying? Like these are the faces.
You're gonna get a lot of people that are gonna disagree with you.
Yo, peace. Welcome back to 7 p.m. in Brooklyn. I'm Carmelo Anthony here with my co-host.
You know what it is. My name is Kazim FWIorFOH. You can call me Kaz.
Hey, it's your boy, the Kid Merrill, the human Durant flat, man. This is a Wave original, baby. 7 p.m. in Brooklyn, dog. You know what time it is? It's presented by FanDuel, the official sports betting partner of the NBA. Man, listen, today on this episode of 7 p.m., we got a lot of things going on, baby. We're going to recap All-Star Weekend, everything that went on, everybody that was moving and shaking out there. We're going to look ahead into what's in store for the rest of the season. You know what I mean? We're going to talk about the state of rap post-Kendrick Drake, you know what I'm saying, PK. And the best part is we got our guy, man, friend of the show.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Family.
Yeah.
Of course, you know what I mean? He's been rocking with us forever since the beginning, since before HVAC. You know what I'm saying? First guest ever, and now, you know what I'm saying? His episode last season was so nice, we had to do it twice, you know what I'm saying? I'll throw a little rhyme in there sometimes, you know what I mean? The illustrious J to the Y, Jadakiss is back in the building, you know what I'm saying? YO's finest.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That's my guy. My guy.
Yes, sir. You
Welcome
know what I
back to the
mean?
hook.
Listen, man, we've been following along with you, you know what I mean, since you were on the show last time. And, you know, there's a lot of, matter of fact, we talked about this during All-Star. The family stuff that's been on the internet has been going a little bit viral, you know what I mean? Just showing you, like, Kiss, like, as, you know what I mean? Kiss at home, you know what I mean? Like,
On a school trip.
yeah.
I was on a school trip with my twins in the 5th grade. Just doing my parent regular chaperone.
Right.
Their mom was there too, but I got twins, so one, I went with one, she went with the other. And they on the bus singing FWIorFOH. They singing all of them crazy.
Yeah.
You would have thought I was on there with a bunch of wild, crazy people, but I pull out my phone, getting a little footage of the kids, myself doing my daddy duties. Fast forward, we go to the museum, everything goes good. We get back to the school, every kid is safe. It was a successful trip. Another one in the books for dad. I go to the studio later that day. I'm sitting on my couch in my stool, listening to the beat. I get a call from the principal. I'm like, it's way after school hours. I know Josh he ain't in the principal's office now. It's 8:30 at night. Right. I pick up. How you doing, Mr. Phillips? Can you take the post down? One of the kids' parent, she don't like it. She seen them on TMZ. What? So now I'm looking on my gram. It's not on there.
Yeah.
They stripped it from my story. So I can't. It's not longer there. I don't know. I'm like, he jumped on my cam.
He
I was in my own seat. Yeah, he came from all the way over there in Crown Heights and came in my cam.
Did he know about you? Like, or was he just like, this is Josh's dad?
Some of them know who I am. And the teachers probably know that because the teachers is young.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was like a weird, I'm like, if anything, he was on TMZ for a good
You're welcome.
You're
welcome.
My kid didn't even get on TMZ. That kid made it.
Been on TMZ for worse.
You know what I'm saying? It's a positive look, yo. Listen, man.
Chronicle of doing your daddy duties.
That's what it is, man. So like that father life, man. Like, talk about it a little bit, because it's like, man, like a lot of people think like, yo, it's Jadakiss, man. Like he's been a legend in rap for so long, man. Like he must be always outside, bro. He must be like, you know what I mean? And in the Maldives, like drinking Mai Tai.
It's a job. You know that. We all know that it's no different than your favorite superhero, your favorite wrestler, your favorite athlete, whoever you admire for doing what they do. When the lights go off and the cameras cut off and you gotta go be a father, you got to go back to your regular. You know, I'm Jadakiss when I'm dad. I'm Jason to my mom and my family. And it's a job. Of course, throughout the journey, you've been through some valleys and peaks, and you might have did some things you don't ever want them to have to experience or do. But now that you create this family, it's a structure and a way to carry yourself but also know that it's always a job. Sometimes in our field of doing what we do, you have to use your platform to push this and put that out there and this and that, and you get stereotyped and put in this gumbo and this mix of being responsible to do some things that you shouldn't have to do. You know what I mean? I'm an artist, I'm a father, and I'm a human being and a man. I shouldn't have to do some shit that Congress has to.
Gotcha.
Don't charge me for what the Secretary of State's supposed to do. Come on, don't tell me my platform. Even though if I want to do it and I should do it when it's whatever cause, depending on the cause, you know what I mean?
Right.
But we shouldn't be under the gun just because you Jadakiss and you have this platform. Yeah. Get up there and say whatever.
Reach the youth and say X, Y, Z.
It's much bigger.
Like that.
Call somebody, call one of the ball players, a soccer player.
Just gonna throw it right to Come on, man.
Call Steve Harvey. There's many people to call. Why they use the rappers platform?
But your oldest son has been using his platform as well. Seen him on the Butter podcast for a little minute.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's been super entertaining in the podcast space, you know? And media, it's a lot. It's a lot harder to break through now, but he seems to have
he graduated from Clark, Atlanta.
Shout
with
out.
a psychology degree, so he thinks he's built to be in front of the mics and debate and talk about music and worldly issues.
Yeah, human behavior.
For the most part, he's a good kid, though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't get no bad rapport on him or none of that, so
Absolutely.
I appreciate that.
How does that feel though? Because a lot of kids would just be like, yo, dad, bro. Like, yo, you popping, bro. Put me on, bro. Put me on. And that's like not the case. You know what I'm saying? He made his own lane. You know what I'm saying? He's doing his own thing.
You know how it is when you growing up. You want to, even though you got that safety net, you still want to put your shoulders up and show that you can get it. It always feels better when you're able to do something on your own.
Right.
But also always knowing that you got the meanest supporting cast ever. So it's a good thing.
Same thing with you, Champ. Like, you know what I'm saying? You, Kai, you know what I'm saying? Y'all work out, you know what I'm saying? You're getting
Kai
ready.
do his thing and
he's out here doing his own thing. He got his own style, you know what I'm saying? His own, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and I let him go do his thing. You got to find your way.
That's a fact.
You know what I mean? You got to find your way. Like,
eventually you're going to be on your own one day and have to figure some things out. So while you able to still be in the nest and a part of the nest, take advantage of your resources, but learn while you're doing it.
I mean, it feels like that's job number one as a dad. You got to prepare your kids for the day that you're not there anymore.
Yeah, that's one of the most scariest things. Just thinking of when I'm no longer going to be there and my kids have to fend for themselves.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm going to leave them everything I got, but it's still, that's just some of the gist of it. You still have to be able to navigate and see and be aware of, these wicked things that's in the world, and you know what I mean?
With their own perspective.
Practice being healthy and being good people, but still having a little bit of viciousness. And
need that.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we all dads here, you know what I'm saying? Like, of varying ages of children and shit, you know what I mean? But like, for me, my oldest about to be 14. Like, what do you think is a good age for you to kind of like cut him loose? Because I'm already letting him do his thing, go out there.
Never cut him loose. You know what I'm saying? They never get you steal your mama's baby. It's always there. Invisible. Yeah, you steal your mama's baby.
Now you on your own, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just, you could go to this party. You can go do this thing, whatever.
I mean, that would be in high school. So I would say somewhere around high school you start. Well, my younger kids, have it a little better than my older kids had it, even though they didn't have it terribly bad, but it's different now. Like
as far as
technology goes and
resources.
The younger they get, the smarter they get as the years go on. So, you know what I mean? My oldest, he was doing stuff mid-teens. My daughter, girls is more mature and a little bit more responsible.
Yeah.
So they able to hide stuff more too. So
that's another thing. I don't know my daughter's iPad password.
I got 2 girls. I'm terrified.
But as the kids is like, they're getting smarter faster. So you gotta watch them. But yeah, you keep them on a long leash. You never ever let the leash go, but you just extend it as they get older.
You got one of them extendo joints, you know what I'm saying? But you press that button, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, cool.
See the white people in the airport?
Yeah.
Little Bobby's all the way down there by gate 37, and the moms is by American Airlines and the whole other turban.
Getting a macchiato.
You know I'm telling the truth, bro. It's the illest shit ever. You see a kid on a fucking leash. You always
extendo leash,
the crazy leash.
Oh shit.
Oh, man.
So also, you know what I'm saying? We was all there. You know what I'm saying? Also this year, you know what I mean? It was the same frame and a lot of headlines. You know what I mean? This weekend. You know what I mean? Because one of them being that CP3 and Wemby hacked the skills challenge.
Oh yeah.
In order to win, y'all know. I would say, you know, on a player level, you know CP.
Nah.
On a player level and on the friend level, like you know CP. Is that something that he told Wemby like, yo, listen, we gonna win this shit. Let me tell you how we gonna win this shit. Or do you think he just like it was just something that he thought of spur of the moment?
What did they do?
So there's a point in the skills joint that you got to hit 3 shots.
Yeah.
But like by the time you hit the third one, if you don't hit the third one, you just go. Wemby and CP, they just said, fuck it. Just threw it at the rim and just kept running.
Oh, I was wondering,
Those supposed to be jumpers, bro.
Oh, dog, I promise you, when I was looking at that, I was like, what did they add to it this year? Why they just throwing the shit at the thing?
Live speedball.
Yeah. So it's a time thing opposed to, you don't have to make it, you gotta complete the whole.
You just gotta complete it. They never said you had to hit the shot.
That's why CP be in the front office.
Exactly.
Because he listened to the directions carefully.
CP, man.
You remember they give you a test like 4th or 5th grade. They tell you all of these things and then you don't read it. And the last one said if you read all of this stuff, you didn't have to do none of this shit. Only like 2 people in the class get it right. That was one of them. CP read all of the fine print.
CP know all the rules,
me
man.
on game. Because I was wondering, I was looking
I
at
thought
that
it was
like,
funny as shit,
what
man.
are they doing? Just throwing the ball.
He know all the rules. That nigga know all the rules, man.
Is that part of his game?
He know the rule book.
Right, is that part of his game? Like knowing the rule book?
He told Wemby, yo, listen, this is how you do it.
And Wemby,
I think that's part of his game though, because for him to have so much longevity in the NBA,
you gotta work smarter, not harder.
Your physical breaks down, but if your IQ is increasing, you're able to be there like he is still productive. You know what I mean?
I love you think
wiser.
it was whack that they disqualified him though. They should have just.
They should have been like, yo, that's smart, bro.
They caught on to him and kicked him out.
They disqualified him. I was like, that's whack though. Like, they
gotta get out of there,
found
bro.
a loophole, man. Now you can go back next year and fix it.
Listen, we're not a fuck with it, the fuck out of here yet, but that's a fuck out of here for sure.
That's a fuck out of here. Add that to the fuck out of here.
You know what I'm saying? Yo, Mac McClung.
Before you go to that segment, y'all gotta help me get in the damn celebrity game.
Yo,
I only got, even though CP said I got more, CP3 told me I got more than 2 years left because I work out. But in my mind, I got a maybe 2 years left to get in there and shoot some jumpers and walk away with the hardware.
I don't believe that, man. We see your workouts,
every year I go to NBA All-Star. And then after the game, somebody from the NBA say, yo, you want to play? And then they curve me every year.
Yo, come on,
We
get my
gotta
man in
start
there.
a
Let's get that
petition.
right. Right,
Let's
let's
start
start
something.
You know,
Let's
come on,
do a
NBA.
segment
Come on,
on the
NBA.
show.
What we doing?
NBA,
Kiss
come on.
in the celebrity game. And I may
NBA.
get my brother Gilly in there.
Look at
Some other
me.
rappers.
Get him in there. You
I
know
don't
what
want
I'm
to
saying?
coach. I want to play.
He wants
got
to
the
hoop. He
All-Star-
wants to hoop. He's a
Who got the
hooper.
All-Star game next year? Who
LA.
Who
Into it,
broadcast
though.
it?
Oh, who broadcasted it? Oh, I don't know.
TNT don't
I
have
think
it, right?
NBC, right?
NBC? Yo, look.
NBC, right?
There
Yeah.
you go. You know what I'm
Kiss,
saying?
Kiss, I got you,
I'm about to
Kiss.
say it like
Yeah,
this.
man, get your
I
man
got
in
you,
the
Kiss.
game.
I
That's what I'm
got
about
you,
to say.
Kiss.
Come on, man.
You see it?
No, we on.
And he
Pull
gonna-
some strings for me, man.
He ain't gonna go in there and pull a hammy. You know what I'm saying?
Nah.
Who we gotta talk to? Look at the fitness, bro. Look at the
Hey,
fitness
hey,
level.
Shake.
I said
I think
come on.
great shake.
Come on. You think he can't hit a little reverse layup? Come on.
That's what the 10-pound medicine ball.
Come on.
man.
They don't know that.
Stand up.
They don't know
sit
nothing about
down.
that.
That's impressive.
Those is rings right there.
Come on, bro.
Gymnastic rings. In case you need me to sub in for the Olympics coming up.
Look at that.
Yo, how did you know you could do that though? Like,
Yeah, I've been doing it
B-boy
for
shit.
a minute. I've been doing it. How did
just
you
been
know you
doing
can do it?
Am I wrong in that? To me, it's the B-boy
you
shit.
know
You do it. I've been
Nah,
doing
that's bartenders, man. My man Giant. Shout out
That's
to
a fact.
Giant. You know what I mean? Transform Fitness. He also works out the up and coming athletes. Kai works out there. That's the same gym I am. Works out there. Boogie.
nice.
I gotta get out there. He's
Ian,
doing the
Captain
rings and
Jack,
shit.
all of the young whippersnappers being there. But I just go in there and do cardio. You know what I mean? Calisthenics.
But that was another thing. I think we talked about it before. You was out here b-boying it, like b-boy kiss.
Yeah,
You know
I
what I'm
used to
saying?
break dance when I was younger, so I still got it.
It's-
I can win. I be loan sharking, winning money with people that don't think I can still win.
They think you fucking around.
Yeah.
Right. That's some shit that you never, that's like riding a bike. You
It's
never
all
forget
about
that shit.
health as well. Nah, you don't forget it, but if your wheels is bad and you can't, you can't fucking hit the floor or bend down, you finished out here. So you gotta
I keep it to
practice
the
good
upright,
health.
you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, Mac McClung, dog, he got NBA stars reconsidering the dunk contest. Because it's been an ongoing issue, you know, champ. Like, it's been an ongoing issue about having participation from the people that everybody really wants to see. You know what I mean? Having Braun in the dunk contest.
You keep talking about Braun. That
I think John Morant.
28 years.
Forget about that.
It's not happening now. That shit sailed.
They
But
keep trying to blame it
John
on
Morant got on Twitter and was like, yo, Mac McClung got me ready to, you know what I mean, dunk again. And
See,
then-
Ja had to sit this one out. You know what I'm
Ant-Man,
saying? He had to
Ja.
know this was part of the
Process.
growth and the
Yeah.
process. So now you come back next year, Ja, you should be in the dunk contest and the All-Star
And
game.
All-Star
You
game.
get what I'm
Facts.
saying? Like
Yeah.
that. That's how you get the energy back going.
Is
you
it
know,
still part of his, like, I don't want to say punishment, but like, you know, everything he went through and shit.
I feel like
the
that's
league
what you're
wasn't trying
saying,
to,
right?
like-
No,
Yeah,
what I'm
so-
saying is this is it.
It gave them
They
that
second,
battery.
listen,
It
they
put the
second in the
battery-
West,
Yeah.
right? They second in the West, so they quietly winning. Winning solve a lot of problems.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
So now he come back this after see what happens this year. Come back in the off season. Now next year, you ready to go?
Got that chip on his shoulder.
Got a chip.
Yeah.
You getting the All-Star dunk contest.
See,
Now we talking. Now we
You
talking.
get back on that. You back where you want to be at.
Now we
right,
talking.
but to me,
It took you the long road to get there. You know?
yeah,
Right,
nah.
right.
To me, bro, like if I'm running the league, I'm putting him in a dunk contest this year. You know what I'm
But
saying?
I
And then
never
next
got a
year,
chance. I
dunk
never
contest
would do the
and
dunk. I'm
All-Star.
not a dunker like that. But like,
Yeah, Melo used to protect his wrist.
yeah, flush.
You need to come on. You need to-
Sexy dunk.
The hezzy step back, you know what I mean? You need
the mellow flush.
The triple threat hezzy is a different
the
thing.
jab step hezzy's
But
nasty,
he used
bro.
to go crazy hard to the rack. He
Mellow
did.
flush.
Yeah. Just throw it in there like,
It's 450 players though.
Yeah.
Like you can't tell me you can't get 4 out of the 450 players that people gonna come to see.
that's what it is. Who are those
Like
guys?
4 niggas should step up and be like, all right, I'm in it.
Who are those
Like Ant
guys?
should do it.
But
Ant should do it. Josh should do. I'm thinking about, and you can't compare times and eras, but when you talk about bringing the nostalgia back to the game, because they trying to figure out what's the fuck gonna happen with the All-Star game. You know, some people like it, some people don't. But the dunk contest, like them years when it was MJ, Dominique,
Yes.
Like, all of them niggas in them dunk Spud, Webb, like
when it was back then,
different.
That dunk contest was bigger than the game.
absolutely.
Yeah.
So now,
there.
To get that, you could get that back. The ones that should be doing it should do it. Ja, Ant,
No, it all boils down.
Zion.
I think Giannis said
It
he
all
wanted
boils
to do
down
it.
to money, man.
No. We don't want to see, no disrespect to Giannis. We don't want to see Giannis in the dunk contest.
It's too big.
He
Man, it's
big
too
as hell,
tall.
but
Nah,
as far as like star level.
You ain't. This is.
They don't want to see Giannis.
This is
dunk.
USA. Like, this is America. You get what I'm saying? We want to see the homegrown guys
talent,
who get a chance to participate in
I
All-Star
don't even
Weekend.
think it's that. He's just too.
We don't want to see that,
Yeah,
though.
he can damn near dunk it without jumping.
Yeah.
We don't want to see that. We want to see All-Star Weekend is about All-Stars.
Yeah.
That's what it's about,
Is that
All-Stars.
Tatum?
I mean,
Nah, Tatum can't get in
They
there.
don't look for Tatum's a killer. He's not a.
He's not a
That
dunker?
three right there, Zion, Ja, Ant.
That's enough.
and they put Mac in there.
No,
Let him
and you
defend
could
his
put
title.
Zach LaVine back in there.
Yeah, you put Zach
and
LaVine back in there.
Keep it mixing.
Yeah, Aaron Gordon said he went on Twitter. He said I still got some shit left.
Aaron
And
Gordon.
was
So
like,
make it. Let's do it.
Bring him back. Bring him back.
You can do that
let's do
OGs
it.
No
versus the
disrespect
new
to Mac
school.
though. He put on
Nah,
a show.
put Mac back in there.
He gotta get
when we
invited
get
every year.
when they put the real deal
Jumpers,
back
yeah.
in there, go ahead, Mac.
Yeah,
Because these dudes is, you know what I mean?
I put
Right.
Jalen Green in there.
yeah. Jalen Green could go. I see them
You
win a
know what I
couple
mean?
dunk
Like
contests in high
those
school.
are the guys who got to be
Yeah.
in the dunk contest.
And on top of that, I think the big thing about the dunk contest is like, yo,
That's a no-brainer. If you put Jalen Green, Ja, and
Zion
Zach, and Aaron Gordon,
and Mac McClung.
and Mac, now we
gotta
working
show.
with
Yeah,
songs.
gotta show.
Saturday night is
Now
back.
it's Saturday night.
Then you
is
leave
back
the
lit.
rookie. You leave the rookie game Friday.
Yeah.
Leave that the same. But if you want to experiment, you can experiment with the rookie game. Don't experiment with the big game because
Right.
that's the big game is the honor. Like you got to make that game. You feel what I'm saying? That's
Facts.
the pinnacle of the weekend. So the overall idea is for you to make your way
Right.
to Sunday. You know what I mean? You start Friday, you make your way to Sunday.
so you're not with them trying to do a USA versus World joint? You still
Nah,
gonna keep
that's
East,
cool. That's cool. But
But
at
it
the end of the day,
shouldn't shouldn't be Sunday.
we gonna beat them.
West?
In this environment, like it's just we gonna beat them in this environment. You get what I'm saying? Them niggas don't play hard in the All-Star game, bro.
But I feel like once you get that Team USA in your chest,
only world guy who plays hard in the game is Giannis
I was about to say
Wemby
Wemby
played pretty hard.
because Wemby was
Giannis
bad.
go dumb hard in the
and
All-Star.
Wemby. Those two.
I mean, shoot.
So another thing that
You don't. I mean, I like the world versus US because it's exciting for the. But
and then
It
expands
we
ain't
gotta
like
get
the
back
better
to
FIBA
win,
stuff.
man.
we got to get back to picking out 12 West, picking the 12 East,
Right.
going back to wearing our original jerseys.
I was about to say that's
Nigga,
something I
wear
always
your
talk about.
team jerseys.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Let's take it back
You
to
don't
that.
think You should stretch it to 15-15.
I like 15. I like 15.
Let's
I
go
like
15-15.
15.
Right.
East-West.
I like
the
that.
best 15, and put it back to where it's supposed
Starters
to be.
in the, you know what I mean? Starters first quarter, second another 5, third
Yeah.
another 5, then the fourth quarter is the best
we
5
going
that
to
you
win,
want.
yeah.
Right.
The best
You know what I
combo
mean?
to win the game.
Whoever's high, whoever's
That's it.
cooking, and then the
No,
best
the
talent.
coach, you know who the
Yeah, the
who
coach
he
see
was
what's
5
going on,
Yeah, he
yeah.
won his 5.
Yeah.
So another thing that people's complaining about is the 3-point contest not having real shooters. Is that like that's kind of like a
game.
double
That's how
question?
the game going. That's just the game.
Everybody's eligible
shooting.
to everybody's shooting.
But
it
ain't
now.
nobody that
And there's low
ain't
key more
nobody
star
that type
power in the
of shooter.
3-point contest than any other contest.
There's no guy that you can look at and say, yo, this guy is the
Designated
Kyle
sharpshooter.
this is Kyle Korver of the team.
There's no shooters. Like there's none of those sharp shooters like those 3-point contest shooters. The Kyle Korvers and the, you know what I mean? Like
Right.
there's
Jason Capono.
Jason Capono and JJ Redick's and Steve Novak. Like those are like Dame, Steph.
Specialists, basically.
Those are specialists.
Yeah.
But everybody can shoot the ball.
Yeah.
Everybody can shoot threes today, but that's a different type of game. You get exposed up there too.
Facts.
You know what I mean? Because there's people that's looking
You
like,
really
damn,
think
that
you
nigga-
can shoot?
You know
Now,
what I'm
here you
saying?
go.
Like, you get exposed
Let me see what
up
you
there
gonna
fucking
do.
around.
You think you can
Yeah.
shoot his 5 racks? They can make it happen in front of 100,000 people,
So
bro.
it's a lot different. Dribble, has he pulled off the bounce,
Right, in
dribble his
rhythm.
3, as opposed to spotting up and keeping the
Shoot
ball in
off
your
the
pocket.
rack.
I
Like,
shot from 5 NBA spots. I forgot how many shots each. I needed acupuncture on my arm. It was killing me, dog. I had a whole new respect for the shooters.
That shit
Only
don't-
5 spots, like 20 shots was put up or something. My arm was killing me.
They got
dog.
tennis elbow.
Yeah. God damn.
I say this though. The one thing I do want them to change though, they got to steal from Unrivaled to do that one-on-one contest. I think the one-on-one would be
so-
I
fine.
like that.
So
I don't wanna
thank
be
you,
fired.
thank you. So that's Friday night though. Like experiment with the rookies with that. Let's
Use that
see.
night. Friday's the
Right.
not the throwaway, but it's the experiment
Yeah, it's
night.
experiment. You can have the rookie game, and you
what
can
jumps
have
off.
a little 1-on-1 opportunity, 1v1 on Friday night. Get the excitement. That's how you do it.
Keep
I'm not
building it
mad
up
at them
every day.
changing the format
Right.
of the All-Star game. I think it do need some freshness. I think it do need some different type of excitement. I just think they searching too much on what to do. They don't know what to do right now.
They trying too
You know
much
what I'm
funny
saying?
shit with it.
So you could keep it. You could keep the teams and all of that. That's cool. But do that with the rookies.
Yeah.
Do that in the rookie sophomore game. Don't do that. All-Star game is All-Star game.
Sunday night-
no matter how bad it is,
A lot of the stars said
All-Star
they do
game
it
is
though.
All-Star game. Now that's on the
Kyrie said
players.
he'd do it. James Harden said he'd do it.
But
KD.
that's on the players though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's on the players, the niggas to be like, fuck it, we gonna take control over All-Star game. Like we had niggas that took control over the All-Star game.
All right, so let me ask
Right.
you this, right? Because
Wemby wants to take control over the All-Star
Yeah.
game. That nigga said I'm on a business trip.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Giannis would want to take control of the All-Star game. I don't know about now, and the Americans want to take over the All-Star game, which is why we go to Steph and we go to KD and you know what I mean? Because we go to guys we know that really want those moments and know how to know what to do in those moments.
So yo, D Wade was like, they never asked me to do the dunk contest, right? At what point do the players got to just be like, just take control?
Well,
and be
they
like,
gotta
"Yo, we're
ask
gonna do this shit." That's what he said. I was like,
I think
I don't-
you gotta get- you
I don't
gotta
think
get
they would
asked.
say no to him if he wanted to go and do the dunk contest.
I don't think he
Goes off
said-
it goes off all the dunks you've been doing in the first half of the year or something.
Nah, he said.
It's just you. Yeah,
he said,
I mean,
he said I got the most
Right?
dunks.
That's what it seemed like.
He said I got
you
the
have
most dunks as a
agents
guard.
calling for their clients. You have, you know what I mean? End
That's
game
what I was
dunks,
gonna say,
excitement.
was
Like
how they
it's a lot that
choose.
goes into
Because
that.
with the 3-point contest, it makes sense. You're like, all right, this dude. I mean, like
It's
back in the day,
percentage. Yeah, they can
right? It's
look at-
percentage, whatever.
Yeah.
With that, it's like, all right, bro. How do y'all quantify this? Like, who? Like, is it agents?
It's
Is it
getting so-
relationship
it's
shit?
all
It's
of the
getting so
above.
out of whack. Anybody that say they want to get in it,
It's all
they're
of the
about to have
above.
somebody from college in it.
Yeah, looking from a CUNY.
I mean, I ain't mad at
Starting
the
shooting guard from
US
Lehman
versus
College.
the world. Like I'm
Yeah.
not mad at that.
Yeah,
In the dunk contest.
No, not in the
in
game.
the game.
I'm not mad at
No,
that.
that would,
I mean, I
think
feel
it's
like-
eventually going to get somewhere.
To that.
Somewhere they're going to have something like that.
It's like, I feel like they want to do USA World because there hasn't been a lot of pride in the game. Like, I remember growing up watching those old school NBA videos on All-Star Weekend when they're in the locker room and MJ's talking shit to everybody. Like,
But that's on us.
Fry him. Yeah.
That's
like,
on us.
inside.
I see it now.
We
Everyone's
have
like,
that. We
hey,
just got
how
to
you
use
doing?
On
it.
us.
We got to, we
Ain't got that attitude though.
We got to
Yeah.
put the spice. They got to get unfriendly.
Yeah,
break-
like, it's so
you gotta
friendly.
break niggas' nose, like you know what I mean? Like niggas' nose is broken in the All-Star.
So we
game.
talked
Like,
about
nigga-
this shit, like Ant-Man being like, yo,
Nigga
you
D-Wade broke his
old ass
cold
nigga.
nose. This is what I'm saying. Like niggas is pressing up. Niggas knew what we had to do when that fourth quarter came. We knew what we had to do, and we learned that from the guys that came before us. We see how serious. Okay, they laugh and joke, boom, throwing laws, but hey, nigga, you had leaders that was Magics and saying, "Yo, we fourth quarters till let's lock in."
That shit is dead.
You get what I'm saying? You had leaders like that.
Yeah.
We don't have those type of figures.
I think we
today.
overthink it, man. Like, it wasn't that much different from back in the day. The first 3 quarters is a show.
You know what the difference
Wide open
is?
dunks.
It
do
is.
I-
It is.
but fourth
The
quarter,
players-
it's like, all right,
Lock in,
No,
we go
it's
in the
the
game.
now.
players have to though.
Yeah.
Arrow.
You know what I mean?
that's
They
a,
don't give a fuck. They gave a fuck back then.
yeah, they wasn't
Hell,
making.
Niggas just trying to get the Cabo, man.
If so,
trying to get out
they
of
got
there.
so you
All
think if
them
they
hosting the
incentivize
building.
it, like, yo, if y'all win this,
It ain't
y'all
how much
each
you
can't
said
keep-
it.
You
How
can't
much
keep
is it?
dangling a dollar though. Like you get what I'm saying? Like you can't keep, hey, look, we gonna pay y'all this amount to come play in the All-Star game.
That still don't drop the right
It's an honor to play in the...
Yeah, it's an honor to be there.
Yeah.
Right.
So for you to be there, you should be happy to... I remember when you first made it. And we went Vegas?
07, yeah.
It was like New Year's mixed with Christmas. That's how it's supposed to be. They're taking it too nonchalantly and not, you know what I mean?
Right. So you think it should be like not like a fan vote per se, but like something where you know the guys that is going to go there is going to play that type of basketball.
Yeah, and just
like,
even it's the game. It's game. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. The passion, the energy, camaraderie, everything used to be different with them and the dudes before them. Now it's just like...
But low-key, I feel like that's why the USA World concept would work, because that's the only thing that I think players get up for. Like, as soon as you said it, you were like, we win. Right?
I just hear the conversation. I hear the conversation.
Like, oh, really? Y'all gonna win?
I hear the conversations.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like, yeah, I like it. I like the concept of it from a global standpoint. You know what I mean? But we talking about people here. Like, we gonna, you know what I mean? Like, we gonna put you saying we get to put our 12 best guys in the All-Star game?
Yeah.
So like
versus the 12 best international guys in the NBA. No.
It'll be a game though, bro.
It ain't
I know.
Huh?
I don't know.
It'll
You got,
be
all right, so you
crowded
got
just 'cause how they-
Giannis, Wemby, Jokic, Towns, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander,
Luka.
Like Luka.
They all can't play at the same time.
That's true.
Let's talk about
Let me
it.
stop. You can't do that anyway. You know why?
Why?
Because you automatically making them all-stars, and then they got to go through all this voting and hard work and all of this.
So you know what 12 we make. You know what 12 we got.
You know who's going to be the other guys, and then they got to bust
They
their
gotta
ass.
fight it out to be the world.
So you know what 12 we gonna have from the U.S. standpoint. You know, it's gonna be the same 12, right? And it's gonna be some other guys that have an opportunity to make that team because there's a lot of international guys on that All-Star team. So you take them out, extract them out. Now there's about 4 or 5 spots on that U.S. team of other guys that we could add to that. They don't have enough.
That's true.
It's just not enough for them to. It'll be exciting for the weekend. It'll be exciting.
I saw the vibe.
It'll be exciting.
It'll be fun, but
I just miss if they keep it this way, I'm gonna miss the records, like all-star records, like who breaking the records. You get what I'm saying? Like that's fire to know. Like shit, I get a chance to go break the 3-point, record in the All-Star game.
That was held by somebody.
That was held by somebody that we hold high up on the pedestal. So now I get a chance at All-Stars, like, I get to go after Reggie Miller or somebody like that to surpass him in the All-Star game 3-pointers. Yo, how many rebounds? I get to pass Wilt or Barkley or somebody like that in rebounds and assists. You ain't gonna be able to have that no more. That's so true. All the records go out the window.
That's true. Let me ask one more thing about this concept, right? They had the 4 different teams this year. What did you think about them possibly doing like an all-snub team? Like the last
I'm with the all-snub team because you got to take the Rising Stars team out.
Yeah.
I love it. I love the Rising Stars have an opportunity. They got to stay Friday.
On Friday,
I'm with the all-snub team.
Yeah. Because they coming in.
I'm with the all.
You know what I mean?
Well, hold on. We got to add something to it, though.
What?
I mean, you got to add an incentive to it, like the all-snub team. If they win it, niggas get their all-star badge taken away from them.
MVP.
It's crazy. If we beat you, you get your all-star badge. You get your all-star badge snatched from you.
Yo, that would go.
We playing for your all-star spot.
Yeah.
That's basically what it is. Check up.
But like so going back to the like Team USA versus Team World stuff, like we seen it in other leagues. You know what I'm saying? We seen it in like MLB with the World Baseball Classic where the numbers go crazy because you were saying like it's about that money, B. You know what I'm saying? Like so more viewers equals more money. You know what I mean? Do you think that plays into it a little bit? You know what I mean? Because we've seen it with baseball. We've seen it now with hockey. They just did the 4 Nations, you know what I'm saying, Cup. So it's like those numbers are going crazy. So would the NBA benefit from that? You know what I'm saying? And like you said, there's not enough guys, but those dudes, they don't give a fuck.
But the viewers are down because it's a younger generation that's watching this shit. It's a younger generation who's paying attention to the league now. They don't consume the shit that way that we consume content. They don't sit and watch games. They on their phones. So the viewership is always going to be a lot lesser than what we may be used to it on. You get what I'm saying? Like people that physically watch the actual full games, there's not a lot of people that watch full games.
Yeah, not anymore.
Like, but this younger generation who the NBA is actually, who they actually targeting, which is all sports leagues are actually targeting this younger generation.
They
consuming it totally
2
different.
minutes a quarter.
Yeah, so they watching a 48-minute game in 9 minutes, 8 minutes. 48 minutes condensed in 8 minutes. This is what they watch.
You can't do that. You watching 6 layups and a
right,
buzzer
but they
beater.
the ones who's controlling what's happening out here.
Yeah.
You need them. You need that generation. So the viewership gonna be down. I don't think that's the issue. The viewership is down, and they just signed a $76 billion deal. But the viewership is down. Like you get,
yeah, fuck out of here.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
That shit's
come on,
doing
man.
numbers.
Mero, you spoke about the World Baseball Classic, and Netflix has dropped a documentary called Court of Gold, where the current USA team, you know what I mean, they're following them around, and there's a clip that dropped with Kevin Durant just talking about how much it meant to play for Team USA.
Getting emotional.
And he started crying, talking about, you know, how much the game meant to him, how it saved his life, all that type of stuff. And there was a lot of people that probably didn't have the best All-Star weekend. I don't think KD was one of those guys. Between that clip, getting 30,000 points this year, this documentary coming out, and just talking about just how much it means to him to play for Team USA and bringing that up. You think KD's greatness and legacy is a little underappreciated due to maybe going to Golden State or whatever it is?
It's all narrative driven. It's all narrative driven. The thing is, you can't force somebody to be who you want them to be, right? Or you'll be disappointed. KD just want to hoop. He just want to play ball. He want to chill, be cool, stay out the way, be in the gym, do what he do.
Yeah.
Right? Work on his own time, do what he do. Right? I'm sure he got other shit he want to do, but he ain't really tripping off of all of that other shit. Right? So to him, this is about basketball. This is about legacy. This is about history. You get what I'm saying? And him being an actual student of the game. Whereas the fans and people in the narratives and the media put this dark cloud around them. And sometimes it's hard to get out of that dark cloud, no matter what you do, right? Because people gonna always say, oh, he did this and he went to Golden State. Fuck that. Like, he went to Golden State needed him. He needed to go to State. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like,
it was a marriage.
I'm saying that particular year was a marriage, right? So I think we got to get out of the holding these dark clouds over certain athletes and the great athletes, right? Even with Bron's situation, you talking about the decision. Like, he got out of it.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? He got out of that dark cloud. Why we can't let KD out the dark cloud?
Well, that's
what I'm saying. Like, he needs to be out there. Like, he's one of the... Nigga, 30,000 points.
I was about to say,
you know the cliche, man. Like, men lie, women lie, numbers don't. You know what I'm saying?
And I say we, I just say the outsiders. Like, as a whole, we appreciate them, but we don't appreciate somebody like KD until they gone.
Yeah.
Until we look at it and see, like, damn, man, niggas ain't gonna never do what that man did.
I even think it's more so that, like, coming where he comes from too, right? Like, a lot of the NBA players, a lot of the star players come from privileged backgrounds now, overseas. They're training all day long for these, high profile trainers and stuff like that. Like, it's a conversation that happens a lot, but it feels like there's not going to be a lot of, like, trench babies got it out the mud that made it to that level.
And
KD's one of those guys.
It's not, but see, they the last. He the last of that Mohican.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this sure is kids, guys that come out of those environments, but everybody came out of those environments at one point in time. You really had to
that was
go
the way out.
Right. So now this generation is the babies from those generations. These are the babies that we work so hard not to put them in the trenches. Right. So now they they got a head start and they starting to figure out their own shit because they don't have the worries that we had. KD is from that era too.
Yeah.
That he came in a couple years after, you know what I mean? After me. So he's from that era. Right. And I think once that era is gone, like once that last batch is gone, It's gonna be
a different league. It's already a different league. We already see it.
But I think
we already see how different the league is, man.
Figure it out.
I think the younger dudes too, like more than a handful of them is gonna have, you know what I'm saying, fathers or leadership figures that are teaching them how to move. That's gonna pass that down to them. That mentality of like, yo, I'm coming out here to compete. There ain't no friends on the court. You know what I'm saying? Like that same, like that dog mentality.
I mean, it's one thing for it to be passed down. It's a whole other thing for like you have to
go
get it. You know what I mean?
You gotta go get it. It's different when you gotta go get it.
When it's like
I can go get it differently. I can have the same hustle and do the same shit I was doing now. I'm doing now. Back then, it's still the outcome probably wouldn't have been different. I'd have been hustling the same.
Right.
I'd have been looking crazy back then though. Right? It's about the timing. It's about the hustle, the grind, how much time you want to put into it, right? It's also your upbringing too has a play on that. Like what's their why? Well, why? What's the reason? What's this generation motivation?
You know, let's use you as an example.
I mean, what they gonna say? Money?
I asked my son that, and at 14 years old, this blew my mind. He was like, I wanna do my own thing. In so many words.
It's DIY today.
You know what I'm saying?
Do it yourself today. This generation is do it yourself.
Right.
They ain't asking us for shit.
Right.
They getting shit done.
But
It's in the
using you as an example though, right?
Like handheld, everything.
When you was getting after it, if you didn't make it, you know what I mean, your whole family was kind of dependent on you, right? God forbid something happens with Kanye, he don't want to play ball no more, he don't whatever.
You don't have that same kind of pressure.
It'll be fine.
He'll
be fine. It's different.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So it's like, does that?
But see, to that point, that's the why.
Yeah.
Like, what is the why if you ain't got no struggle? If you ain't got no, like, what's your motivation? You ain't trying to get out of mama house. You ain't trying to get out of grandma's house. You ain't trying to get out this neighborhood. What's your why? Right? So I think it's harder for this generation to find their why or understand
20 million followers on TikTok.
Why. You get what I'm saying? If I'm coming into high school with 300,000 followers and I'm cool, but what's my why?
But you also get that target on your back too. The last name,
some people,
followers,
but that's anywhere. Some people can handle it. Some people can't.
Yeah,
it's on the individual at that point.
Hey man, the final stretch of the regular season is here. We got the Cavs at the top of the Eastern Conference. We got OKC at the top of the Western Conference. Is this what we looking at as a potential finals? Or who do you got? You know what I'm saying? Like, is the championship the Celtics to lose? Because, you know, everybody talks about, in the East especially, it's the Celtics and then it's everybody else, even though they're not in first place. But it's the way that team is constructed and the history that they got. They expect it, and they're the champs. So they expect it to be in the mix.
In the law of the laws, they're the defending champions of last year, so they still the champion. But I think with the second half of this season, there's going to be some furniture moving somewhere. I don't know. It could be some injuries. It could be somebody could run off a nice winning streak. I don't think it's just going to be how we just seen the first half of the season. Although I think Cleveland will still be strong. Boston going to do what they're going to do. OKC. But like you said before the break, Memphis just ran off some wins. Dudes is feeling their royal oats right now, so they trying to come back after. It's a lot of dudes that got snubbed and feel like they won't work with the league after the second half of the season. Yeah. So I think it'll be, especially in the West. I was
about to say, I can't call the West, man. OKC is up here, but though you got Jimmy Butler in Golden State.
Yeah, so true.
You got Luka in LA. You know what I mean?
That 4-5 is interesting. Like that Houston, LA.
Yeah. But as a player, so like
Houston, I like that Houston LA series.
It's gonna be.
I think that's gonna be 4-5. Like I don't see nothing changing with it. I think that's gonna be. Either way, that's gonna be the 4-5.
You put Braun in there with them young boys, man. I know the Rockets are really good. You look at Golden
State. Like I ain't mad. I ain't mad what Draymond said though. I mean, I don't know about winning the championship. Like that's no. I'm saying that's a lot of work to do.
Yeah,
being in a position that where you at to climb and to win a championship. Like that'd be one of the greatest stories of ever.
I mean, just watching how they play.
Like, put it out there in the air.
Yeah, but like what it does is it brings awareness to what Golden State is actually doing.
Yeah.
With Jimmy and Steph playing well. All-Star game, MVP, hometown. Like that momentum carries over as a player, especially as a player like that.
Oh, I see.
It carries over. So now Draymond is like, look, I just got to do my part. Like I got to just show up.
I got to be the battery.
Now everybody got to just play their part because Steph is locked in.
Right.
Jimmy is hungry.
Right.
He locked in.
He barely played the first half of the season,
so
we
now
fresh.
that all that shit come together, and we gonna make this push at the end of the season. I see them making it. I see them getting in the play-in, and I also see them. Yeah, because they what?
They 10th right now.
They 10th. Yeah, they the play-in right now.
They'll be in the 7th.
But they also 3 games or something like that from
the West is
from
like
6
that.
or some shit like that. So
with a team like Houston, where it's like a lot of young dudes, you know what I'm saying? Like as a vet, what are you telling them after the All-Star break? Like, yo, we
it's
in the
just certain
mix.
shit. Like I don't know the dynamics, but it's certain shit that after the break, like you say it before you leave your last game. Yo, we got the break. Go have fun. Boom, boom. Let's come back. Let's lock the fuck in. Like, you know what I mean? You come back. Now it's go time. It's little shit that you start to tighten up. Locker room, bus, film, you know what I mean?
Don't miss film, man.
Right. So you know what I mean? X's and O's, execution.
Right.
More attention to detail on individual players. Now we paying attention to the role players now, as opposed to we just paying attention to the top 3 guys on the team.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, nah, we gonna pay attention to the 6th man coming off the bench, what he doing. We gonna pay attention to who the big, like it's a bunch of nuances that you pay attention to that you tighten up. So now that's when you see teams start to separate.
Right.
You see teams that does that and they start winning games and they start preparing. Then you see teams that just like, we don't have the capability to do that. And they just go south.
Rumble.
Right? So now you're going to start seeing who's really
I think
here.
Denver's a team like that to watch out for. I think Denver been like lying in the weeds most of the season.
Denver, right?
And then they're gonna second half of the year.
I ain't mad at Lakers Dallas first. Like that's gonna be a series.
Yeah. Oh man.
That's gonna happen. It could happen. That's gonna happen. Like that's a possibility.
Luka back in Dallas.
Come on, that's AD back in LA. Like
watching that crib.
That's a possibility though. That could.
Watching that at his crib with the zipper sour.
In the East, the East is you
think it's
Boston? Cleveland, you can't touch Cleveland. I think the Knicks could get Boston if the Knicks win Saturday or whenever. They cut it like a game and a half or something like that. That'd close the gap on that. And then you still got that Milwaukee in that.
Yeah.
They hovering in that 6,
zone.
like, you know what I mean? They hovering in that 6, 7.
Like him and Dame, Giannis and Dame ain't going to be an easy out for anybody.
Knicks Milwaukee first round is
I hate that.
I don't like that.
That's all like that. I'm saying those are possibilities.
I'd rather play it. Yeah, nah, man.
Yeah, but the Knicks, though, they probably going to get Mitchell Robinson back. You know what I mean? They're going to get a couple players back. Allegedly this week.
Yeah.
Allegedly
I've been
March.
saying the same
hearing
shit.
this all weekend long, but they didn't trade him, so eventually they must have liked what they saw out of him working out.
They said he's in good shape, though.
Yeah,
nah.
He do
that's
look a
what I'm
little
saying.
slimmer.
Like, when he's in good shape and he's playing like top,
he's a piece, though. He's definitely a
paint protector, bro. You ain't got to worry about, you know what I'm saying, like the rim area, like. But dog, I see more pictures of this man rehabbing and training than him in a uniform, B. Like, and I love Mitch, bro, because like that's the like when you talk about like a defensive angle,
He's the last piece. He's the last piece right
now. You need Mitch. You definitely need Mitch. You need Mitch and OG to get healthy.
Facts.
Another thing about the end of the season is that the MVP race it started to heat up.
No, it's over. Huh? Yeah,
Shea got that, man.
Talk about it.
Let's give it to Shea. He got
Put
it.
Shea name on that
players
joint.
know. Ask the players who's MVP.
So if the players took a vote, you think they would say Shea?
If the players took a vote, they're going to say Shea.
Copy.
That's a fact.
So the MVP should be a players vote.
Yeah.
Not a media vote. Like, this is players vote.
Right.
If your peers ain't voting for you, then you ain't the MVP.
Right.
Niggas that I go up against every day, every night. Like,
right.
If they ain't voting for you,
Just
not the
players
MVP.
or
Just
coaches
players, no coaches.
Coaches be
They're the
hating.
ones
They tried
you
that a couple years
Because
ago,
coaches
didn't
can
they?
be biased sometimes. You know what I mean?
Didn't they try that?
They might not like your team. They might not like your coach. Like,
Fuck this nigga, give me a 70. Fuck out of here.
Nah. Players vote. MVP.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Defensive player of the year, players should vote. Rookie of the year, players should vote. MVP players should vote. The media and all that, they can do the coaches.
How would
and
you
the
do it?
GMs and the owner of the year. They can do all of that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yo,
but
what
the
if the
players
NBA
gotta, you know what I mean? You can't, the media can't tell us who MVP based off of.
Right.
Like,
So you know Adam Silver, the league, they always trying to figure out a way to like, yo, how can we make some shit pop off? How can we make money, et cetera, et cetera? What if that was an event?
what?
The players vote
Now
for the
we
MVP.
had the player awards.
Yeah.
But it was too early. Like it was, if they bring it back now, the player awards could be dope. But it was just too early. Like, you know what I mean? It was too ahead of its time.
Player
with that.
Awards, 7 p.m.
You don't
Brooklyn
need the
Live.
Player awards though with the ESPYs.
Yeah.
It's like
But the ESPYs don't give you the NBA awards.
It's everything.
So you do
they
NBA, they give you sports. It's all
They
sport.
give you
overall.
Yeah.
So
You
you
could be
get- you
averaging
get male
55
athlete
and
of the
lose to
year
a
and shit.
skier.
Yeah. You get male athlete of the year and shit like that.
You know what I'm saying?
all right. Now they need the Players Awards
They need the
back.
Players
Bring
Awards
that back ASAP.
When the game tips off, the NBA action is just beginning on FanDuel, America's #1 sports book, because FanDuel is your home for the NBA live betting.
So even if you miss the first few minutes of the game, or you want to bet on a fourth quarter comeback, you can make your picks from the first whistle to the final buzzer.
Plus, you can even combine your live bets into a same-game parlay for a shot at a bigger payout.
However you want to play, however you want to do it. You know what I'm saying? Now's the perfect time to join. You know what I'm saying? Because new FanDuel customers get started with $150 in bonus bets if your first $5 bet wins.
So just visit FanDuel.com/7 p.m. to join today.
That's FanDuel.com, /7 p.m. for your shot at $150 in bonus bets. FanDuel.com/7 p.m. Lock it in.
Make every moment more with FanDuel, official sports betting partner for the NBA. DoorDash knows what it means to deliver. That's why Dash Pass members will receive a special promotion every time a player scores 50 points or more in the game during the regular season.
That's a fact. This deal is only available if you're a Dash Pass member, so sign up today and save more all year round with $0 delivery fees and reduced service fees on eligible orders.
Lock in to save 50% on a single eligible order, up to $10 off, the day after a player drops 50 points this season. The offer is only valid from noon till midnight, the day after the game.
Listen, make sure you use the promo code NBA50. That's NBA50. The day after the 50-point game during the NBA regular season to pull up on this exclusive offer.
As an all-time bucket getter, I know a good shot when I see one. So sign up for Dash Pass today for your chance to take part in this exclusive DoorDash deal. They swoosh, you save. At 7 p.m. in Brooklyn, we're all about changing the game. That's why we're putting you into a game-changing product I use before a night out with drinks. It's called pre-alcohol.
Melo's talking about Z-Biotics. Z-Biotics. You know what I'm saying? It's pre-alcohol probiotic drink. It's the world's first genetically engineered probiotic. It was invented by PhD scientists to make rough mornings a little less rough after you go out and have a good time.
So this is how it works. When you go and have a drink, alcohol gets converted into a toxic byproduct in the gut. It's this byproduct, not dehydration, that's to blame for your rough next day. Pre-alcohol produces an enzyme to break this byproduct down.
Just remember to make Z-Biotics. Again, that's Z-Biotics. Pre-alcohol, your first drink of the night. Drink responsibly, and you'll feel your best tomorrow.
Also, we can just pass, and we had little libations, you know what I mean, Saturday night after the dunk contest. I gave pre-alcohol a try before we hit the spot, and man, listen, that tequila did not tequila. You know what I'm saying? I was on top of my game, and I got good the next day. You know what I'm saying? I was at the brunch early.
Yeah, and the tournament is right around the corner. So this March Madness, don't let anything sideline your celebrations. Grab pre-alcohol before you go out and be ready to cheer for your team all day and all night long.
Go to ZBiotics/7 p.m. to learn more and get 15% off your first order when you use 7 p.m. at checkout. ZBiotics is back with a 100% money-back guarantee. So if you're unsatisfied for any reason, they'll refund your money, no questions asked.
So, you know what I'm saying? Jada's, like I said, friend of the show, family of the show, you know what I mean? He's been here before. One of the most memorable moments was Melo rapping the verse to Throwback word for word. You know what I'm saying?
That was crazy.
That was dope. You know what I'm saying? But this is 7 p.m. You know what I mean? It's season 2. You know what I'm saying? Reloaded. So we got to take things to another level. You know what I mean? We need the backstory behind one of your more classic verses. Best of Me Part 1. You know what I'm saying? First, the story.
Yeah.
And then follow up. Test I got Melo to see if he can recite the verse bar for bar. Word for word, bar for bar.
I got hit a beat.
I don't know. It was
You
a
got to throw the beat on.
backstory though. I think it was just. I was at a time when we was hot, Rough Riders, the Locks. I know we was in one of the studios, Sony or Hit Factory or something, I believe. And I ain't sure if Rest in Peace Pick came like, yo, I need you. They want you on the Maya song. But it was the same time when Hov was doing LA remixes. That was the good part of the way the game was back then, though. Things like that could happen and with nothing happening.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it was beautiful.
So every artist had they R&B person that they was rocking with.
Right. Fab was out
Like
there.
when it comes to like collaborations,
it seems like that,
sound.
but it wasn't really like that.
No.
It's whoever called first, Bad Boy was doing the most remixes. Then when Hov came, Hov had like an R&B remix with damn near everybody at one point. But that was the thing to do back then. You know what I mean? You could catch some good fluidity off one of them kind of songs.
Off a Total song and all that. That's a fact.
Yeah. How does it feel to be one of them guys though, like R&B singers and they labels, they teams or whatever approach you knowing like, yo, we're not gonna get a whack verse from this dude.
It's good. You know what I mean? As long as the residuals and the pays, right?
Get the paperwork.
It's a good thing. Sometimes it's not even about the pay. If the song can help you, you know what I mean? Open up some other opportunities and some other doors and some relationships and rapport. Sometimes it's a good look to do it.
Doing joints with like Maya, Mariah, like these is like Usher, bro. These is like all-time acts, bro, like legendary type acts, bro. And now you on a record with it. That's the beautiful thing about music, in my opinion. It's like that shit lives forever. So now you got a joint with Usher, you got a joint with Mariah, you got a joint with all these big, real songs are big, no made up shits. You know what I'm saying? Like, and like these shits live forever. You know what I mean? Like, do you ever kind of like sit down and like reflect on that and be like, yo, dog, this is crazy? Cause like I've been looking through my camera roll from like, I'm like, yo, this shit was 3 years ago. And I'm like, oh shit, bro, that was crazy right there. Like,
Nah, I don't try to, I got a lot of more shit to do. So I don't, when you look back, it's just slowing you down. Gotta look forward so you move with precision.
Always forwards, never backwards. You know what I'm saying? You got another classic. Do you know the words, the bars for the Best of Me remix?
I gotta hit a beat though. Just like Tony did it to Frank, and I'm gonna make sure both of y'all eat. And I'm gonna keep it real. You win, and I'm gonna make both y'all. Forget about the condo, come with the crib. Come on. What you say? Forget about the condo and come to the crib. I got the castle over the mountain, come with the bridge. Literally.
Go shopping
in Italy. Hands on my thighs. She didn't want to get rid of me.
You got some bars,
and she don't shop or
look, Chanel look mixed with the
PR now look.
Stay pretty while you running the city.
Yeah.
You got some bars, bro, that it's like classic, bro, that motherfuckers repeat to this day, bro. Yeah. Like, my bathtub lift up, my walls do a 360. We got the shit that the government got. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit like that, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying?
Hold on, I got a question, though. What's your favorite song of yours?
I don't have one.
It's one that's
they
like
all special.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I like Feel Me and Still Feel Me.
Entourage Lighter, More Shooters and Fighters.
You know what I mean? But
people that's dead at work, dead to divide us. Whew.
Like, I don't really understand. I don't know. And then I don't like listening. I don't run.
You one of those people that don't like, I could tell, like, you don't like looking back at your old shit. You just like,
I want to make more. I want to make more.
I feel like,
Well, we're going to keep it going for you, champ.
All day. Because you one of them dudes, man, that's like,
oh, I got more coming.
I got more coming.
Yeah, with rap, like, it's like, like the bars is going to be there. The flow's going to be there. The flow's proven. You know what I'm saying? Like,
music
and
is
you
just
always gonna be
wacky.
out there.
You know what I'm saying? Music is in a weird space. Not as far as how it's being delivered and being distributed and being received, and this whole streaming shit is just something totally different that I don't really understand.
Yeah.
But it doesn't discourage me from wanting to make music. It's just you like to know what you're doing.
Right. But we
and
talk
this
about
shit is like,
we talking about reformatting the All-Star game, right? Like what does, because I hear a lot of artists say the same thing you saying. Like how do you reformat the rap game? Like how do you do that?
you can't. They did that. The powers that be already reformatted.
But how do y'all take that back?
I don't know.
Show money. But there's a way for you to use it though, because I feel
no, definitely is fucked up as it is.
Yeah.
There's always some loopholes and some ways for you to utilize it for yourself and get some money and do some positive things that can help yourself and your family and your career.
Yeah, I mean, I believe
at the same time, it's not that easy to understand. But that don't have nothing to do with me going in the studio and creating.
Yeah.
It's just after I make this baby and I pass it to the nanny, are you gonna just sit it on the fucking red crate back there, or are you gonna nurture it, get it to the world? You know what I mean? There's so many babies coming to the plant that, you know what I mean? There's a lot of politics.
Hard to differentiate.
Music probably have more politics than politics.
That's a fucking
But I'll say this though, like obviously the versus battle was, even if you wasn't the biggest Jadakiss fan, like that, I feel like introduced you to a whole new class of fans, demographic of fans.
I don't know if Tech uses this as a drop, but hey, yo, Tech, let's make something happen. Tech, you got to use that as a drop.
Millions of dollars, or he got the sweat, he got the hoodie. I say that.
Oh yeah,
serving over 1 billion hoodies served.
Yeah. As a vet that's still looking forward in the game, you obviously you watching. You know what I'm saying? Like you got newer artists that you a fan of. You know what I'm saying? There's dudes that's kind of like carrying the torch forward for hip hop, like Kendrick. You know what I'm saying? What did you think of his Super Bowl performance? You know what I'm saying? From like as an MC, as a hip hop artist, as a dude that's done 100 stage shows.
This shit?
Nah, not like that. Just like from that shit was ass, but like
I thought it was dope. For me, if you look back when they first started going at it, him and Drake, I said for me, I remember being young watching the Super Bowl with my dad and my uncles and them. And everybody would go get a plate. Nobody even cared if fucking who was on the halftime show. So for hip hop to get anytime Super Bowl anything is a win for me. You know what I mean? Maybe I feel different because I'm an elder statesman, but I don't care about the other shit. Seeing him up there rocking the message, the aesthetics, that shit was beautiful. It was good for hip hop.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, I think the actual performance
and if we keep having these crazy shits, you're gonna go back to seeing, you know what I mean, Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Red Hot Chili Peppers have a beef for Aerosmith?
No, that's fire. That's fire too, but I like balance. I wouldn't mind this year, one of them next year.
For sure.
Yeah, but
or somebody
we
keep
together. Acting silly, you're never gonna see us again at halftime. So you know what I mean.
So being a MC, bro, you know what I'm saying? Because you've had beefs in the era. My favorite era of rap beef, I wouldn't even call it beef because, you know what I mean? Like,
that was a good correction.
You know what I'm saying? Word. Because beef is like, you know, when you outside, you know what beef is.
Yeah, this is sport.
That ain't beef. This is sport. So when you going back and forth with 50, Bad Boy, whoever it is, to me, it was my favorite era when a camp like D-Block, you, Styles, you know what I'm saying? Like, Sheik will go up to like a radio station and it's just like, yo, throw a beat on and just go crazy. Like, teach you how to stretch cloak, you know what I'm saying, in the middle of the ocean on the mean duplex boat. You know what I'm saying? Like, that type of shit. Like,
it was different. It was a different time. You know what I mean? You can't even really, you have to clear everything now. There's no more, they blocked a lot of shit. So You got to do everything different. Still can be done, but it's a little bit of more things you have to go through to do it.
Young Jada gets asked to do the Super Bowl, and you in the middle of a beef. Do you do the diss track if it's a big joint?
I can't. My kind of diss tracks is, you know what I mean? That's another thing that's genius with Kendrick.
He made it catchy.
He made a single.
Yeah.
Drake did it with Meek.
Yeah.
Too.
And Common.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know about that.
You
I know the one
Stay
with Meek.
Back, yeah, back to back with it.
But the one with Meek was like a fucking Billboard charting thing that never, me on coming up battling, I'm saying the most craziest shit that would never be a single. You know what I'm saying? But now they switched it, so which is I think is fire.
It's genius.
Drake
yeah.
did it a few times, Kendrick did it.
Yeah.
I think that shit is ill.
Yeah.
Even though one of them, I think Checkmate actually reached the Billboard, which I thought was crazy and weird. I don't know how the hell that even charted, but yeah, shit is different.
I mean, do you think it's safe for rappers to be rapping again? Like, it feels like for a while it was like you got to rap and sing and rap and this and da. Like, yeah.
That's where we got to, it's all about balance. You know what I mean? Some dudes can rap and sing.
Mm-hmm.
Some dudes should just rap. Some dudes should do some other shit.
Mm-hmm.
Play guitar.
Once we start
mix and matching.
Yeah, once we start making the same thing, it's the same shit. Yeah. Some shit should stay for Friday. Don't put that over there with that.
Mm-hmm.
Don't mean it can't have its own lane, its own day.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And you have your own shine.
Yeah, and your own, all of that.
Having your knowledge.
Rap is for rapping. Start doing a bunch of everything else. It's getting away from the elements and
it just,
it's
to
diminishing
me,
the culture.
It got just so homogenized, bro. It was like you had to be able to, no matter where you were from, it feels like you had to sound like every sort of region.
And you know what's crazy, bro?
Like
the
that
Kendrick
before.
shit made it dope because he was like, yo, this is super West Coast.
Yeah,
and we're going to keep it West Coast.
Kept
I like
it
that.
over there.
Yeah.
And we don't need to hit 53 more. They not like us.
Right.
Just because that got them 5 Grammys, is Super Bowl, this, that. When you go to create, don't try to make that.
It's already happening, though. I heard Bruno Mars and Sexy Red put a song out.
I don't sound like they don't like us. Don't do that.
I'm telling you, did you hear it?
Yeah.
Bro, it sounded like a knockoff Mustard record. I'm like, this is what's happening now? Like, it don't...
The sound?
Yeah.
Or like
I'm not, I don't condone that. I'm not,
he ain't going.
I don't think it sounds like that.
But
I think
to your point, yo,
But we do have a lot of people, once one thing hits, everybody's calling the producer.
It's a copycat league, though.
Jump on that wave.
Copycat league.
Let me get the whatever type beat. You know what I'm saying?
And the other ones never work, though. Look at them.
You know what I'm saying? So being a dude, like you said, like having your knowledge, but always being looking forward, like, what do you think is like the next thing, you know what I'm saying, in rap? You feel me? Because we seen a lot of drill, we seen a lot of different shit going on, you know what I mean?
I just told you, I don't know. This shit is whack. Whatever they find that can make them some money.
Yeah, that's crazy. What do you think is like for real spitters?
It's always open for real spitters because that's what this game is built on. The elements of hip hop, beats, rhymes, DJing. Know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what it is. We could put more shit around it. But if we take the initial elements out, the foundation's gonna cave.
Mm-hmm. Right.
You know what I mean? That just is what it is. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what's crazy? I asked a lot of hip hop artists this question, but because it bugs me out. What do you think it is about like countries like Finland and like Sweden and Norway, where it's like for us, like to me, Lord Finesse is a legend, bro. Like if he was walking down the street, I'd be like, oh shit, bro, that's Return of the Funky Man.
Hold on, backtrack. Lord Finesse is a legend when it come to whoever.
100%.
Yeah, don't try.
100%.
See, this was wrong with our culture too. We don't.
That's what I'm saying.
Culture that puts.
Oh, this nigga's all get him out of here.
Umbrella. No, listen. There's no such thing. Well, it is because they made it. Whoever they is, as East Coast rap, West Coast drill. They don't put pop. There's no drill country East Coast country. Why we the only one that got little fucking personnels under one umbrella? Think about it.
Yeah,
that's what's causing.
It's a bunch of silhouettes under the hip hop umbrella. Yeah.
For what? Good music is good music. Is an art.
Right.
It's that. When you do that, you causing conflict. Rap is rap.
That's a fact.
If you come from a certain demographic, you might sonically it's gonna sound like they don't like us. If you come from somewhere else, it's gonna sound like that.
Yeah.
But why we make it when we make it territorial, it becomes a war is gonna happen eventually.
Well, I'd say they did that because culturally, rap is such a competitive genre
Everything's
of music.
competitive.
Not as much as hip hop. I think hip hop's the most competitive.
Hip hop didn't
music
even
ever.
think this shit was gonna last.
Yeah,
I didn't turn to the most. Nah, dog. We gotta be mindful of the competitive in protecting the culture.
yeah.
It's good to be competitive. That's SP
Oh
shit.
no, I love it.
It gets too friendly, then it fucks up the game too. We need to be more not so friendly, not so. You know what I mean, buddy, talking with. Yeah, fuck that. You can't. You gotta have. It's all about balance.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Level spelled backwards. How you spell it?
Oh.
I
There you
mean, that's
go,
all
same shit.
That's when you got that, you good. You know what I mean? It's room for everything. It's when they just let it get too cluttered with one thing and start creating a narrative of this is how it should be. That's when we fucked up.
Well, you don't think because hip hop got so big and became like the popular genre in music that people felt like they had to say, "Oh, this is West Coast. Oh, this is pop rap. This is drill music." Like,
why? They don't do it with nothing else.
Hey,
they don't consider, even though
they do it with rock music.
Our genre of music is the biggest. It's still undermined. It still don't get the same nods as the others.
But they do that with rock music. They'll have like alternative, acoustic, heavy metal, all that type of stuff.
It's still not made. It's still championing them all. It's not making them like projects. You know what I mean?
They'll collab on some shit.
The Hip Hop Awards is never the same magnitude as none of them shit.
Yeah.
And they should be big as all of them.
Yeah, Country Music Awards, all that shit. Yeah.
Because just now, like hip hop, like Tribe Called Quest, Run DMC, then now they're just getting accepted and put in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. So you saying like
because music is music,
right? There should be like a. I mean, there is, but like the Hip Hop Hall of Fame should be a bigger deal, and like people like. You know, like Grandmaster Caz, like the architects of this shit.
All kind of shit.
More...
Look, how many times the number one rap song of the year is not even a rap album, or it's not even...
All the time.
They just got a verse on it?
The number one R&B album would be a rap album. They got that shit... They got this fucking twisted, dog.
Yeah. On the flip side of that, you know, we talked a lot about rap not being too friendly and the beef and all that shit. One thing that I thought was super ill was I was scrolling down Instagram and I seen you and Nas at karaoke.
That's legendary.
Yeah, I was at Esco.
Frank Sinatra.
Esco's restaurant.
Man, that shit was so dope, man. And I think that's how I want to see my rap OGs age, bro. Like I want to see them do shit.
Yeah, we was
like
having
that.
a good time. Nice business meeting, drinking some wine, you know what I mean? And we went in there. Sing some old Blue Eyes.
Frankie Blue Eyes.
I gave Nas a new name, Old Brown Eyes.
Old Brown Eyes is crazy. Yo.
I mean, you know, there's been an evolution in your career, especially your relationship with Nas. Y'all started off as young MCs, both from New York, obviously still competitive in a good way.
I'm younger than Nas.
Just so you know.
Don't boost me up. I'm a little bit younger than Nas is my OG. You know what I'm saying? Don't put me in the... You can put me in there, but don't put me...
Not in the age bracket. I mean, just in the class.
In the lyricist bracket.
MC. I'm not talking about...
We live in a time where the people only believe what they see and hear. So you saying that it was a whole society...
Yo, Jadakiss really 67.
I'm the same age as Nas. Don't put me in... I'm younger than that. We look young. But I'm young.
Y'all aging great, man. Y'all aging great.
We both aging great.
Gracefully.
Gracefully.
you both became rap legends in your own right in the time you came in, man. Knowing that, we talked about the All-Star game, staying healthy, all types of culture staying healthy. Do you feel the same sort of responsibility as a no-nonsense MC to keep the culture healthy for the next generation?
Yeah, I feel how I feel. With this game is some of the young dudes want to talk to you and soak up game. Some of them don't want to say shit and keep it moving and give you a dap and say, what's up, OG, and go about their business. I respect both. I respect them both. You know what I mean? And it goes back to the beginning of me telling you that my platform is my platform.
Yeah.
It's not to be at the podium and up there saying what I think you know what I mean? Now when you come across some of them that like, yo, how you think this and that, then you give them the game, yeah.
Right.
Some of them that don't want to be bothered, I don't want to be bothered either.
Yeah. Do you think that that's a problem though? Because we always talk about that in hoop terms, like.
Oh, you should give the game. The game is to be passed on to the youth and the new ones coming up. But due to some dudes get a couple dollars, you might whatever it is that's floating your boat might make you think you know what it is. You might have to go live a little and bump your head, and then you might retract and ask somebody how to, you know what I mean, navigate through that. But for the most part, you're going to catch a lot of them that want to talk and a lot of them that don't. And it's just
what it is.
You decipher and leave it. You leave it right there.
It's what it
and when
is,
they want the knowledge, it's good. There's a lot of them that really want to learn and have careers and don't want to be no tax trouble and invest and learn how to, you know what I mean, transition into doing other things besides just going in the booth. You know what I mean? So when you come across them, sit down, kick it, give it to them properly. I always gave to you. And you rock it like that. It's no bad blood either way you split it.
Right.
But you know who's looking for longevity and who might be here for. How many rappers ain't here from last year already?
That shit worse than the NFL.
Yeah, they dropping off. They dropping like flies. You know what I mean?
Average career 3.5 months. You know what I'm saying? This is the #1 show in America. I've been telling y'all that. I'm going to keep telling y'all that. You know what I'm saying? And with the #1 show in America comes the #1 segment in America.
Yes, sir.
It's fuck with it or fuck out of here. Jada, you know what this is, baby. You know what I'm saying?
Fuck with it or fuck out of here.
You know what I'm saying? I don't even got to break it down. You already know what time it is. But for the audience, we ask our esteemed guest, Jadakiss, a question about pop culture. And either he's fucking with it or nah, man, fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? So
y'all guys always have tough ones, man. I have relationships and rapports and things that I need to go on in this world to feed my family.
Yo, just so you know,
y'all try to jeopardize.
I don't write these shits.
A lot of these they be written up as we sit down, man.
I got no problem answering none of these. Just make sure y'all got a laptop and a chair for me when I get fired. Y'all better fucking hire me over there.
Yo, listen, man. Shit. We was talking about All-Star earlier, you know what I mean? One of the biggest headlines maybe to come out of the whole thing was LeBron announcing right before the game that he's not gonna play.
I'm gonna answer this like I'm in the league already. With that being said,
he also opted out not to suit out for the team photo. So the question is, fuck with it or fuck out of here? LeBron's approach to the backing out of All-Stars.
I got a double answer. It's both. It's fuck with it and it's fuck out of here. Because look, Bron is the league's Bron. He's the elder statesman. He's supposed to be able to do what he do. So that's why it's fuck with it. But it's fuck out of here because he could have let Melo, he could have let LaMelo, somebody, one of the young niggas, you already, he could have let Norm get in. You already made it, Ron. You made it 87 times. You ain't playing team photo with your gear on, hat to the back. You doing that big shit, you flexing your muscles. Let a nigga play in the game. A young I mean, so that's the fuck out of here. But the fuck with it is he showed up. He showed them. You know what I mean? He's supposed to be able to. How much pain he put in the league and what he done for the league.
Yeah.
He should be able to sit out if he's experiencing a little ankle and foot pain.
Right.
But don't do that to one of the young dudes that never makes it. Let a nigga live, bro. Let him live, bro.
Come on, let my son in there.
Melo know that was the right end. It was a both.
It was a both.
That was a split.
That was a split.
It could have been a double fuck with it. If he would have let, he's so powerful, he could have sent it. He didn't even have to send it. He didn't have to send it. He didn't have to send the bird. One of them would have got on. Last minute, he could have made him do an announcement, all that. Yo, Norman Powell or LaMelo or somebody, they gonna get the spot because Bron got suffering some. I mean, he just kept it quiet. Came in dapping niggas up with street clothes and took the flick and all that.
You know it's a protocol, though, right?
Niggas up is crazy.
You know it's a protocol.
Supposed to wear the uniform with them
No,
flicks.
you're supposed to let the commissioner know.
At a certain amount of time, right?
So what if he did?
Nah, he didn't. We know he didn't, man. That's why this shit is all over media.
What if he did, though? What if he told me he wasn't going to play on Friday?
The question for you is, like...
I'm going to Congress. It's no way.
I'm going to Congress.
If Bron told him... If Bron told Adam and Silver and them people on Friday that he wasn't playing, and they didn't let one of the dudes that got snubbed play...
No, I'm just, that's a hypothetical.
Come on.
That's a hypothetical.
No, that was a good, you got to put it all on the table.
You have to let them know that you're not going to play at up to a certain amount of time. You got to get them an answer.
What's the time?
No, listen.
It's like a week.
That's what's on the, that's the rules. Ron haven't looked at that paper since he was fucking 13.
You don't know that.
He got his own rules. So I doubt it. The only way is heavy news in media because he did it. He woke up that day.
So I'm good.
Yeah, man. I'm
But I mean, we was all there this weekend. I can see a world where you see all those LeBron signs. You got to sell the game. There's already a lot of talk about All-Star.
Man ain't one of
the business part of it was they made him stay.
Format, man.
If he would have left, because I thought he was out.
Man, I ain't with this shit, man. I got to get healthy, man. Like I ain't with this shit.
They still made him stay there so the kids can see.
That's the other part of it. The fucking with it part is like,
so
the fuck out of here part is, to Kiss's point, they should have gave that to Norm. Who else was out there? Norm. I see Trey took
Giannis spot.
Trey got Giannis spot.
You got Norm Powell. Kyrie took AD's spot, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And then somebody else that was out there who else got snubbed?
I mean,
D-Book.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, you can say Book. You can say Book got snubbed.
It's like a handful of dudes that you can say, you know what I'm saying?
LaMelo.
You got the most votes and then me.
LaMelo.
We making the most craziest history this year with the All-Star.
Right, and the shit with LaMelo too is like the younger generation.
They want to see him.
Crazy. Yeah.
If you want that engagement, he's supposed to have been there.
He's the Castanet generation.
He should have been an All-Star this year.
Fact.
Sure.
LeBron could have gave it to LaMelo though.
Damn, that's crazy.
So talking about
Bron be bugging though. He's out here bugging, man.
It's like, bro, it's the Bron rules. It's the Bron rules. It is what it is.
It ain't no Bron rules. That nigga ain't, man.
So speaking of that, because we talk about this shit before.
I don't even know if I'm coming to this shit anyway.
That's what I'm saying.
That's
how he leveraged it. They lucky to get Bron there. So when he don't want to play, he don't got to play. I'm not mad at nothing he did except he should let one of the youngsters rock.
Right. So we talk about, respecting the game and, you know what I'm saying? We talk about the left-handed threes with Ant and all that. Last All-Star. Has Bron earned what he did, you know what I'm saying? Like being Bron and being
the man been playing for 23 years, bro.
Or was it disrespectful?
The man been in 20-some All-Star games. Like, nigga, the only issue is he should have just gave it to somebody. That's the only thing. Nobody. Right. That's the him playing.
What about the street clothes shit?
Him playing. I don't give a fuck about none of that.
Yeah, no, really.
I don't give a fuck about no street clothes.
He don't gotta put the uniform.
I'm not about to put my uniform. No. No. I'm LeBron. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, I'm just
this is my uniform.
Not saying it in a sarcastic way or arrogant way, but like. Well, I gotta sell my uniform. Like, first of all, I just got here.
Right.
I ain't about to change.
LA to
Then
San Francisco
you
flights like
throw
30
that
minutes.
on, they want them to play now.
That's what I'm gonna say. I
Nah,
was
don't even
like,
put the uni on.
Yeah,
you don't
did
actually
right.
go in for
You
a
don't
minute.
put the uni on in the NBA when you don't play,
Yeah.
Right.
That's true.
right? You
That's
sit
what
on the
I'm
end of the bench with your gear. So the
They leaked
only
that photo,
issue
too. To go crazy.
is he should have gave it to one of he should have said it earlier. If he didn't,
That's
he
it.
should have said it earlier. That's it. Everything else,
If he
No, if
told them
nobody-
on
if he-
Friday and they told
Yeah.
us on Sunday
we don't know that. We
afternoon,
don't know if he did or not. So we gotta get that.
Let me ask you
I
gotta
this.
get
gotta
that
talk to
information.
somebody.
This might be a little spicy. If Bronny's in the Rising Stars game, you think Bronny's playing? He's like, yo, fuck it, I'm gonna play. Like this is history.
Ronnie's playing.
1000%.
If they put Ronnie would have played, I don't
If
got
they put Bronny in the Rising Stars
Yeah.
against the OGs,
Yeah,
you think
and
Bronny's
they
playing on
had
OGs?
Bronny versus Braun in the first game.
It's still good media, man.
But he knew, he probably knew Bronny wasn't going to play. And he started caring about his health at that point in time. He do got a run coming up, though. And ain't nobody saying anything about what he's done.
Right.
He should have just gave the spot up, passed that, not pass the torch, but hand it down. Yo, I want to get his
I'm
spot to
taking this one
LaMelo.
off.
I want to get his spot to Norman.
He would have got extra love
that's a fact.
just for doing that.
That's a
Not
fact.
that he needs it, but he would have got it anyway.
That's a fact.
They would have bigged him up. That's that real OG shit.
Especially at this point in the game. At this point.
And he still made
Where
it.
he
It
at,
ain't
you know
like
what I
he
mean?
didn't make it. I'm just
holding you
You
down.
still get that
Like,
check on the.
I'm just resting my money makers. I'm gonna let Shorty rock.
Unless they play the snub game. You know what I'm saying?
LaMelo brings an audience that they were looking for anyway. You know
They
what I
let
mean?
his brother perform.
Right?
So was there. How the other brother ain't there?
That's a fact.
What is
And
actually
he should have made it.
Yeah, he actually doing.
Come on, man.
Getting busy.
It's a business decision, man. Come on, stop playing. And he's hooping out of control. He's balling. You know what I'm saying? Like, so come on. Speaking of
That
another
snub
young
shit ain't
dude.
nothing to play with, though. That's some bullshit. But go ahead.
On a serious note, like they're talking about adding teams.
Like
Expansion?
Yeah, right. Is it? Or
Yeah,
not?
I mean-
They're gonna need it because it's going.
Or you just
This
move
shit
some
ain't
teams.
gonna work.
You gotta move some teams around.
Where you putting it?
The
Seattle?
players is still coming. So what?
You gotta play.
They're not going out as fast as they coming in.
Yeah,
you know?
that's true.
They coming in by the dozen.
Where would you put the new team at?
I don't know. That ain't my field. I just know by calculation of math, they coming in fast.
Right.
The G League is doing what it's doing, but we're gonna need another team or two in the NBA.
Right.
The balance
Or we have to really lock into the G League and making that a real feasible league.
real thing.
You know what I'm saying? Like a real farm system. Like you
Highlight.
need a real farm system, like in the G League.
Right.
You need
Right,
it. You need a
because I'm
real
tired of
farm
seeing
system.
There's dudes down there
so
that
it's
do
a lot
work
of guys in the NBA
that
that
don't
come
get
in
pulled up
Right.
unless people start posting. Like,
unless you're two-way.
yeah.
So you get pulled up at the end of the season. You get pulled up for one game because of the hype that you may create from online.
You create some traffic. Yeah,
But you don't get a chance to develop nobody in the G League.
Right.
You get what I'm
So
saying?
you're talking about doing like Major League.
No,
gotta
they
do
got
it
the
like
minor
G League
leagues.
should be a real
like
thing.
baseball,
Yeah,
like
like
a real farm
they're
league.
doing it
farm
real, but
system.
it should be a little, like he said, it should be a developed. They should really be developing
There's
players.
too many guys coming
and
into the
funneling
league.
them.
It's too many players coming to the league. No matter what, it's going to only be 450 players.
Yeah.
No matter how
That's
many,
why I
what
think
numbers
it's not
come in.
enough teams. That's why I'm saying it.
They gonna
It's
move.
one and dones. They coming from overseas. This,
But
that.
those
this.
one and dones don't pan out. Like a lot of them don't pan
But they're
out.
still clogging the pipeline.
That's why y'all go to G League.
They bringing some of them dudes from over there.
G
we
League.
got mad 7-foot babies that's one and done. Then a lot of them's getting jerked because you're not able to get your right time. You know what I mean?
It's a lot
In
that come
addition
into
to
play because
that-
the evaluation process got to change too.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Like
you can buy yourself to the. They got to get that shit out of there too.
You gotta have an eye test in this too, though, right? Like it shouldn't be all about numbers and
I'm
percentages.
looking at
Like, it
what's
gotta be an
going
eye
on
test.
there, yeah.
What can you do for me? How do you move? How do you move in this situation? How do you play out of this situation? Like not, I can't. I don't want him because he can do everything up. He shoot 20-something% from the three. Like, nah.
Yeah, they switched it to all of that.
It's analytics, so it's
your
like
physical ability versus what I got on this screen right here.
Yeah, analytics.
So
That's
no more eye
messing up
test.
shit too.
There's no more eye test no more. Like the eye test is gone.
And I
And
think
the people that have the eye test, You see the situations that they're actually in, and they succeeding.
You don't think that's because there's not a lot of vets in the league no more? Like, I think expansion would help.
No. I test from scouts,
Right.
front office. You got to put the right
what they
people in
looking
there.
at opposed to what they reporting and who they putting in certain positions.
Right.
They looking at shit that they know what's going on. Look, this is shit. My high school coach, he was the foulest nigga ever. he used to do the sub like this. Look. That's what they doing with it. They're looking at mirror and putting you in. Your eyes telling you he doing work. Did you grab you?
Get him out of here.
Yeah, you gotta, like he said, use your eye test.
It's a lot. I mean, that's a lot that got to come with that, though.
Goes back to politics are in everything you can think of.
Oh yeah, nah. Because you talk about that too. Like everything comes into play. Like who's on a certain amount of contract. You know what I'm saying? Like means you're gonna play this amount of minutes. You know what I mean?
Well, also another thing is like there's nothing else to compete. I don't want to say with the NBA, but alongside the NBA, right? Another league or another something else that a lot of players can actually go play in.
Right.
You got
You got
TBT. You know what I'm saying? You got TBT who's coming up, which is actually kind of summer league or whatever, but it's just the NBA. So imagine if you had NBA, G League, and a whole nother league type of situation where guys have an opportunity to get to make the NBA, right? You can make this league, go to the G League, have a chance to, like that's, I think though it has to be a collaboration when it comes to what needs to change. Right. You can't change the NBA. That's like changing the foundation. You don't change the NBA. You keep the NBA what it is. 450, 32 teams, 30 teams, keep it that way. You can shift some shit around. You can move a team to back to Seattle. Yeah. You can go to Kansas City. You can go to Vegas. You can go to
I'm here, Mexico City.
Like you can go to these places. Yeah. But you just got to shift some of these cities around.
What about this Maverick Carter, Rich Paul possible league that they trying to start up?
I ain't mad at it. Yeah. I don't know too much about it, but just the concept and the thought process of having something else where guys could, everybody's not gonna make the league.
Yeah.
Everybody gonna make the league. You got 30 guys that come in every year trying to make the league. Only 12 of them. You know what I mean? It's like
I feel like half of them don't even get to their second contract.
That's crazy.
So it's like, what happens when you come to the league and you don't make it? What do you do now? You go back home. You go back to the block. Don't do that. I mean, that's what options you have.
Yeah. This is my shit though too. It's like back in the day, but now people is watching you from like back. You had to be a real hooper, to be known because people was going to your games. It was word of mouth more. Now it's like internet.
Yeah, Tom Kachowski had to travel. At
13 years old.
Tom Kachowski had to travel from New York all the way down to Miami to go scout. Driving a bucket, driving a 2-seater.
You know what I'm saying?
To scout you. If he walked in your gym,
you know what it was.
You know what it was. He ain't putting no miles on the car for nobody.
Because I'm saying, like,
the man knew every stat about you too.
Nigga ain't never seen you play before.
Everything.
I say this too. Like, I mean, you can speak to this. Like, there's something about meeting with like a scout or like a scout seeing you play in real life, seeing your tendencies, your body language, all that other stuff, versus just watching film.
A lot of scouts. Here's how that go. You get a certain amount of games you got to go scout. Here's a pool of players that you have to go scout. Now, when you go scout, you're looking at what's the team system, right? What is the Knicks system, right? Who can we put into this system and what position? So when I'm going out there scouting, I'm looking at something very specific. I may not look at the guy who scoring 30. I may not look, I'm looking at something very specific that I can implement into my organization, to the current team in the system that I have. With that being said, a lot of times you pass up on talent because you're looking at something very, very specific. So the niggas that's really, really like that get passed up on because that team may be looking for something very, very specific. So there's a lot of guys that's out there that's nice. You be like, damn, why you can't get on the court? Why you can't play? And it's like, we ain't looking for that.
Yeah.
Right? But so it's not that many people that we're looking at. They get four names and they say, look, go look at so at Georgia, here's your region. You got Georgia, you got Tennessee, Kentucky. That's your region over there.
Right.
Bring me a scout report back from that, right? And a lot of times it's what? On film. They get sent clips. So scouts are sitting back and on the phone, on the laptop, just looking at clips all day. They don't see you develop. They don't see how you develop from the beginning of the year to the end of the year. They don't see that. They don't see what you go through. If you get hurt, how you bounce back. If you mentally fucked up, how you bounce back. They don't get that. You don't get gauged on that. So a lot of time the scouting shit is kind of, fucked up too. Like it's, but the people that you see really put the work in to scouting and really like you see people on the road and like scouting, those are the people that's actually really successful. The New York Knicks, they scout. Oklahoma City, they scout. Boston, scout. Like, these are teams that really, really fucking scout.
But it's still an imperfect science at the end of the day, right? Like,
you gotta have a feel too. Like, I gotta know, like, okay, man, I'm looking for you to I'm looking for a rebounder, but damn, nigga, I need a bucket too. Like, could you get me a bucket too?
Right.
Like, I know you can score, but could you go get a steal? Like, could you rebound?
Yeah.
So I'm also looking at the duality in athletes too. I'm not just looking at what I actually need, because the bonus is what else you can do.
What you add to that.
Right? That's the bonus.
Right.
So if you can score on top of blocking shots, and hell yeah, then I'm watching you.
Speaking of a dude that does everything, you know what I'm saying? Ant Edwards, he has made it clear that he's a hooper. I'm here to hoop. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Like, because we talk a lot about, like, who's the next face of the league. Bron's aging out, Steph's aging out, all these.
It's gonna be hard to pick a face of the league.
Right. So Ant, when they asked him directly, he was like, "Yo, that's what y'all got Wemby for. I'm out." You know what I'm saying? So how do we feel about that? Because it's like it looked like he was the guy to be on the posters and be on everything.
He still is. You can say I'm out, but what are you out of?
Yeah,
you get what I'm saying? Like, you got no choice. You don't got no choice unless you just shut everything down.
Yeah,
right.
Like, you ain't got no choice but to be who you work to be.
So boom, here's the question. Fuck with it or fuck out of here.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Right.
Go ahead.
So here it is. Fuck with it or fuck out of here. Anthony Edwards rejecting being the future face of the NBA, because we always talk about
I'm fuck out of here, and I love Ant, but you can't run from that.
And embrace
especially when everybody's trying to give it, like they trying to give you the face. You can't run from that. Also, another thing,
he's rejecting it though. See all them shit, all them fines he did every
you can't reject it. You can't reject it and then be in 4 to 5 commercials on every. Like, you can't do that. You can't say I don't want this and then got Adidas, Sprite, this commercial. Like,
you got that it factor, man.
But
like,
you can't reject it.
Yeah, it's not his choice. To
you gotta pick a side.
Yeah.
You gonna reject the checks,
either
bro,
you gonna just play ball and just do what you do, or you gonna. This is what come with being a superstar. This is what wearing the white hat is, nigga. We talk about that.
Yeah.
You ready to wear the white hat or not?
I think with all this other shit. It ain't just
basketball. Are you ready to wear the white hat or not? So I'm fuck out of here with him. That because Wemby can't be the face of the NBA.
Because he's not from
America. This is our sport, nigga. Yeah. This is our shit. He can't be the face.
Yeah.
Luka can't be the face. Giannis can't be the face. Shea can't be the face.
Well, Giannis had that.
Gotta be Ant, nigga.
That's going viral right there,
nigga. Jason Tatum, like, we got, you know what I'm saying? Like, these are the faces. Right. Zion was supposed to be a face of this NBA.
You're gonna get a lot of people that beg that is gonna disagree with you.
You can't be the face of an NBA, a league that we started.
I think you right. I'm not sure.
I think you right.
I think you right.
I'm sure yet. You can't reject it. The part of my point is you can't reject being the face of the NBA.
I mean,
you can't reject that.
Yeah, that ain't something that's coming along.
No, like, so to that point, I'm fuck out of here.
Again.
Yeah.
So you fuck with it or fuck out of here?
So you turning the bag down, you turning the Sprite down, you turning Adidas bag down, you turning this bag, you turning Chipotle bag down. Like,
I need to have me on here for the Your Honor segment. Because I disagree. Because what it sounds like to me is he's a young man that understands the politics and the game of what's going on. He see what's going on with. He know he coming in to kill. He said he want to kill him and go home.
Yeah,
y'all can do all, but he's still doing his due diligence. That's why he got so much commercials, so much endorsements. He got a lot of humor. He got personality.
Right.
That's going to help him. But he see what they're doing with Wemby. Now Luka's on the Lakers, America's team that spin that bag on their superstar.
Yep.
Yeah.
So he see, no matter what, he can put his shoulders up, his chest out, all of that. When they put the bread up for Luka and Wemby, he's still going to be the smaller face of
that's
it.
that's a crossroad.
And he just
gonna,
understand.
Yeah, that's a crossroad he gonna come to, right? It's gonna come to a point where he gotta make a decision. Do I stay or do I go?
Right.
Because of where everybody is landing
one of
at.
these cities that could
Let me
help.
get what I'm saying. And like, that's some hypothetical shit, but to your point is like he do see where his peers are at. Lakers, over here, over here. And now Minnesota becomes the small market team now when you start talking about who we actually are marketing, right? We got to market Luka. You got to market that team. You got to market this city. You got to market the Knicks in Boston. So now where Ant falls in that. Even though you're nice and doing what you're doing.
You get swept.
But my point is, to the flip side of that, you are the face in Minnesota.
Yeah.
Right.
These niggas is in LA and not the face.
Yeah.
So like own that shit. Don't run away from it. I also think that his big homie is KD. And KD aura is what? I just care about hoop. I just care about basketball. Fuck all that shit. And if I'm teaching that to my little homie, he gonna start to learn those instincts and that mindset too.
Right.
So he probably hear it, man. Fuck all that shit, man. I just want to hoop, man. Just stay in the gym, just lock. Fuck everything else.
So let me ask you this.
Game. You are getting the game.
Let me ask you this. Do you think the league really needs a face of the league? Like,
Definitely.
I think when MJ was the face, they needed him to be that.
I just think we
because the NBA was still growing.
We dangle the face of the league around too much.
Yeah, like I don't think it's
you
that
gotta
serious.
really earn that. But what I'm saying is he's earning. He's on his way. He's on his way to being that, and he understand that he's on his way to doing that, and that's a lot of pressure.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to embrace it.
But if you run in the league though, like to me, I feel like when the NBA is going, they're gonna become more like Premier League soccer, where it's like it's not so much about a face of the league. It's like, yo, I'm a Knicks guy. I'm a Lakers
but we
guy.
have to get out of. You have to get out of. You have to get out of this era.
Yeah,
you got to get out of this last bunch.
Yeah, like LeBron's
and KD's and Steph's.
Yeah.
You got to get out. Kyrie's still young, but you got to get out of that era. And then we had an even playing field now. Right now we can play ball now. Now we can figure out how to be creative and who we gonna put up. You know what I mean? Now we can really figure the business out. You can't figure the business out when you still got these heavy hitters that's in the game.
Right.
Even though they older, they still at the game.
Yeah.
They still control what happens in the NBA. So until that control leaves, and that's the last of the player empowerment. Once that leaves, then now we had an even playing field. Now the owners could go back and say, look, man, let's figure some shit out.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I mean, to me, bro, like it's a selfish fuck out of here. Because Ant is one of those dudes that, like, when he do a press conference, when he do a post game, when he do a commercial, the shit it'd be funny, bro. It's entertaining. So he got a personality.
He's affable.
Right. He's affable. He's a relatable dude. He's likable. He says what's on his mind. And he can hoop. Mm-hmm. So it's just like, bro, if you a league and you a business and you trying to run this business, who you want at the forefront of your shit? You
don't know.
Like,
you don't know. If I'm the league and I'm hearing one of my best young superstars say, I don't want this shit. Mm. I'm like, oh shit, like what am I gonna do? Who am I going to? I can't go to my next guy because we ain't ready to go back to him yet.
So you wanted to be an American dude, but could it be Shea since it's close?
No.
It's Canada?
No.
It's right there?
No.
It's right there.
And it's no disrespect to those guys. Like, when you talk about the foundation, we just talk about the hip-hop.
Standing on business. Yeah, it can't stay from here.
You like Anthony Mackie, Captain America.
From here.
Yeah.
You gotta be from here.
I don't all the way agree with that.
It kind of feels like if
I do
he was, it would have happened already.
But
It would have happened already. He got all the endorsements. He got all the numbers. He's going to be MVP already.
Who?
Shea. If he was face of the league, it wouldn't be a question right now. He has everything that you give a face of the league.
Sure, who?
Shea Gilgeous-Alexander.
I have no qualms about Shea. I love Shea.
I'm not saying you do.
I'm just saying when we talk about the essence of our game, like we talk about the essence of our game.
Yeah.
You have to be original. Like, this is our shit. So we got to hold on to something. We got to stand on something.
Right.
We standing on, you cannot own this league and be the face of this league if you ain't here.
If
you ain't boots on the ground, you can't be that. No matter how talented or skilled or MVPs you have.
Global you don't see what they're doing with the game?
Yeah, I'm saying here in the NBA. Globally, yeah, they can be the global. They global superstars. They
How
global
you take
superstars.
Over global? Put one of them as the face, it didn't conquer the land.
No, over there they doing it. They doing what we doing here. They doing it over there though, from their perspective. They taking their guys internationally and saying, "Hey, we got the best players in the world over here with us. So look what we marketing. USA, who are y'all marketing once we take this back from y'all? This is what's happening." Now the USA is like, damn, who do we really have to rely on if the world is taking that away from? That's why you keep hearing the conversation of US versus the world game. Because this is conversations that's happening already over there.
Well, Giannis had that quote to talk about like, Luka being the face of the Lakers, and he's like, yo, he's happy to see like European players as the face of franchises.
That's different. You could be the face of the franchise. You could be the face of the franchise. Luka was the face of Dallas.
So what he said, he was happy to see
but big
one of them
teams.
in a big market.
Right.
Oh,
Lakers,
in a big market.
Lakers,
not on the franchise. Okay.
Yeah.
But yes, even still, because when you think about those, they think global. They already thinking global over there. Coming to America is a global mindset. So now, if I'm somebody like Luka who's been playing professional sports since 16 years old, I know what the bright lights is about. I know what type of time it is. I'm in LA. I know the assignment. I got to show up and show out. He's the face of that franchise. Luka is the new face of LA. Once Bron leaves, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
You just can't take it from the nigga. Like, once he leaves,
and I also don't think it's not going to be a player that like people just pick. Like, it's not going to be something the league picks. I think the people will see it.
The difference is, not to cut you off, the international players, they stick.
You ever watch Winning Time?
Yeah.
They pick you too. The people pick you, but the league kind of molds it.
You get drafted. Technically, you get really drafted in all sense. Like, you know what I mean?
But it was good how it was Magic and Bird.
Yeah.
And then they seen what they did, and now they try to keep that same kind of formula.
I do think the NBA is trying too hard. They're trying to find a face.
Gotta let it happen naturally.
Like, they trying too hard
it's gotta happen naturally.
to have a face. Like, just let it.
And say your nickname is this. You gotta be granted a nickname.
Yeah, facts.
So,
you know what I'm saying?
What was that? A fuck out of here?
Yeah, I think that was a fuck out of here all around.
That was a fuck.
Yeah, fuck out of here, man.
Come on, Ant. We ain't doing that, champ. We ain't running.
Man.
We ain't running from that.
Embrace it, baby.
We ain't running from that.
Friday Night Lights.
Get that white Adidas hat.
Yo, last one, man. Jada, using the skit with the lethal shooter. We know the lethal shooter, man. He be doing some wild stunts, dog. He shot a ball that was on fire. He shot a ball into a rim made out of knives. He shot a ball through a car.
Son was on the Dead Sea shooting the
crazy,
basketball.
bro. Nigga shot a ball from the moon
Chris Wild,
into
man.
a little Tykes rim, bro. He be out here going crazy. Fuck with it or fuck out of here. Using a spike rim like the lethal shooter to perfect your shot, to get your shit down pat. Because you miss once, bro. You go back and
fuck out of here. Give me a regular
double rim.
See, I'm big on elements. Give me the real ball, the real rim, right around the perimeters, the right shit.
Right.
I don't
left block, right block.
Spike. I don't want. Come on, lethal. Fuck out of here.
Doing too much. Yeah, so fuck out of here for me too.
your
A lot of basketballs too, like
that part.
Get your gooseneck, elbow, hit your guide hand, all of that, your feet, all of that, and work it like that. That's gonna get you a perfect shot. No spike rim. What the
Those
fuck
steak
is that?
knives on the rim, bro. Get that shit out of
Yeah,
here.
steak knives on the rim. What is that?
Fuck out of here. Yo, Mello, fuck with it or fuck out of here.
Fuck out of here.
Hey, guys, what you got? Fuck with it, you fucking with it or fuck
He
out
shoot anywhere.
Chris, my guy, man, but fuck out of here, bro. That's for him. That is for him.
I mean, we
That
gotta
is what
send this to the league, man.
makes him a superstar.
This is from
man.
out of bounds. Pull that. That's out of bounds.
Hey,
That's crazy.
oh, that's deep. All right,
I was out of bounds.
that was deep.
Pull that back. I don't
Come
think
on.
these
Show
little
it to
guys.
him.
Are you looking?
I'm seeing it.
Look,
I'm seeing it.
look at my
Look at this shit, bro. Help the release.
No rim either. No rim either. Look
no
good.
spike rims.
Cash
No
money.
wire hangers.
Cash money.
Oh man.
Yo, yeah, man, it's fuck out of here, man. I got 4 kids, you stupid. I'll be at Dick's Sporting Goods, bro. I'll be the VIP over there. Spending money on basketballs, man. Get the shit out of here. Get the fuck out of here.
Oh shit.
Regular rims, not the double shits neither.
Yeah, the double ones ain't right either.
Yo, man. Kiss. You know, as always, man, we appreciate you stopping by.
Friend of the
that's all
family,
love.
man.
Yes, sir.
You know what I
know,
mean?
we
I'll be
been
back
peace.
more and more.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
We've been
sir.
talking
Always.
about adding you more onto the lineups.
Nah, bring me back.
But
It's
now we're
love,
here, man. We
You know
appreciate
that.
you on the All-Star recap. So appreciate you live from the hook. Welcome back.
You know what I'm saying?
Thoughts to my
sir.
guy Kaz.
Yes, sir.
It's your boy.
It's your boy. Catch y'all next time. My name is Kazia Famida. You can call me Kaz. And like we always do at this time, this is 7 p.m. in Brooklyn, the Wave Original, presented by FanDuel. Subscribe to our YouTube and podcast channels. Like, rate, review, right, Burrow?
That's right. You know what I'm saying? You got to stay engaged, man. Like I always say, leave a comment on a comment on a comment. You know what I'm saying? Get them numbers popping. You know what I mean? Because this is the hottest show on the planet. I already told you, man.
Sir.
It's your boy, the Camaro, the Human Durant flat, baby. BX all day.
And
Holla.
shout out to everybody we seen in San Francisco. It was mad love out there.
Mad
Everybody was
love.
talking about-
Shout out to the new bathrooms, yeah. I got the bathrooms like the Cotton Club in there.
Yo,
Thought I was bugging.
Come
when I
on,
went to
son.
the bathrooms. Hey.
yo, I'm going to do the Nori shit. Make some noise for Mello, goddammit. Make some noise for Mello, goddammit.
Yo, peace out, man. Peace.